Welcome back to the Midday Edition. Our guests this morning were members of Eugene's worst basketball team. First to my immediate left is Zack. His nickname on the team was Caveman. To my far left then is Scott McLean, Sludgeman, on Eugene's worst basketball team. It's nice to have you both here. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Those are your official team uniforms, I gather.
Yeah, our costumes, as our opponents like to refer to them. Yeah, and you know, we didn't, at least most of us, Scott certainly didn't, we didn't wash our uniforms during the season. We kind of a poor team, a low-budget operation, didn't have the money. We do have him wearing, you'll notice we both have 13 on, because we didn't want to have Scott come on wearing his old uniform. It's kind of smelly.
Yeah.
So you had a good offense, you could say.
Yeah, we did. In fact, we think by the end of the year we were probably the most dangerous team to play in the city because of it.
I can imagine.
As you notice, this is Scott McLean, the Sludgeman, was on the cover of our Worm Program Guide, which is available absolutely free at Cable Access, 326 West 12th. Have to get a plug in there. As you know, Cable Access is in danger of possibly being cut by City Council, and I think it's good timing. The Worms are coming on now. I hope a lot of people will tune in and watch Eugene's worst, and maybe get excited about Cable Access. It's not too late.
Find out just what we might be missing if that particular service is gone. Now, you brought with you some of your lowlights of this past season.
That's right, season lowlights.
If we could run that tape and you can kind of describe for us
I'll do my best, Marv Albert here. This is the Cleveland's Worms. The first thing you're going to see here is Scott, the Sludgeman McLean, doing what he does best. Oh, there you go. Now in this next play, the Worms playing against Better in the Morning here. There he goes, Eye on the Bruiser Gilliland on his can. We did a lot of that. We just weren't big enough to play against the other teams. Now, this is Cliff foot spinning, and here I go. I'm going to take out the big player on the other team. That's why they sent me in there. And Cliff cans a three-pointer. Now, this is one of our designed plays. Jay, the Madman Siri, is going to appear to be confused here. He's going to lose the ball under his legs and throw the other team off. Now, look how long it takes the other team to recover. Cliff Fenning's going to react on it really quickly here and get the nice pass. Look at that pass to Eye on the Bruiser Gilliland. A great drive, and the Worms are down by only 30 at this point. Here comes Scott again, another foul. But he's okay, and here he is doing his eyebrow exercises. All right, here we go. Now, this is the only fight we had all year. Mark the Coil Brenneman. This is against the Outlaws. They're going to go off into the corner and have a little discussion, and you'll see here why Mark Brenneman got into one of these fights. Oh, a nice body check there against Central Lane Building Supply, and that's some of the stuff that you'll see. We have a lot of player profiles, and we have the slime dunk contest. We went to Parker Elementary with the 8-foot hoop. And Scott was the winner, the Sludgeman.
Took it all.
And we call it the Slime Dunk Contest because our sponsor, our official sponsor, is Slime Beer, the breakfast of plateheads.
So you guys really have those body blocks. You really got those moves down.
Yeah. Blatant fouls. Yeah, I think we had more fouls than anyone in the city. Scott led the team.
Yeah, it sort of comes naturally. You know, it's just when you're born with the talent, you just kind of work with it. And
I think Scott liked to foul because he needed the rest.
Yeah. Get some time on the bench there for a while.
Tell me about your documentary.
Okay, it's a 6-part series, 6 half-hour shows. You know, I did Emerald City 2 years ago, went back east for a while, made a little money, came back, wanted to do something, and this kind of fell in my lap. We just got a bunch of guys together, all awful athletes, and decided we'd play, got the camera, just let things develop, and I think it's really funny.
All this natural talent, how could you lose?
Yeah, I had to capture this on film. It's just too priceless.
And Scott, I understand that you're the star of this particular documentary.
It seems to have worked out that way. Yeah, it just kind of happened.
You are the worst starting player in the city.
The worst starting player in the city.
You're awfully modest about that title.
Well, I haven't seen all of the shows yet, so I'm not too sure what Zack's made me look like. I'm just kind of hanging on right now.
What's your plan after this particular documentary?
Well, gosh, you know, Cable Access is in danger, and it's up to City Council right now. They're mulling it over. They'll have a public hearing on May 10th. And I'm just pleading to City Council right now, please, I'm a starving artist. I don't like the starving part, but I like being an artist. Eugene's a very creative community. One of the best things about Eugene, I think, is Cable Access that allows people like me to do shows, but also gives people an alternative to the regular stuff you see on commercial stations.
Which is just fine, though, isn't it? It's just an alternative.
Oh, yeah, just an alternative.
Well, Zack and Scott, it's nice to have you both here.
Thank
Your
you.
documentary begins tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 7:30, repeats Fridays at 9:30 for the next 6 weeks.
Thank you both for coming.
Thanks.
Congratulations on your...
Perfect season.
Very good. Thank you very much. Weather's next, along with more news for this Tuesday morning. Stay with us.